What's up, guys? It's Cordsy from Gaming Legit, bringing you some Gears of War 3 beta gameplay. I'm kind of behind the ball on this, but I do have a few recordings that I am going to be spitting out to you guys as I'm producing more and more videos for you. On that note too, I got like 3,000 subs now, pretty close to 3,000 subs. I'm like 40 subs, just under 3,000 subs, but I'm getting the same amount of views as I did within the first month of this channel starting. So I need to get back into this and reclaim my subscribers and my viewers. And I apologize for the people that have been so disappointed in my channel that they feel like they needed to leave. It's unfortunate, and so I need to win back those viewers. But that's enough drama for now. Gears of War 3 is absolutely awesome. It's completely mind-blowing, especially compared to the first two games now they played online. I was completely disappointed with the first two games now they played online. I didn't understand the game at all. It just seemed like you were dumping endless amounts of ammo into guys and you never downed anybody. And there was guys in the using the same exact weapons that I was online that would kill me almost instantaneously online. It seemed completely unfair. You couldn't accurately judge what a kill was supposed to be, and it was super frustrating. The storyline was absolutely amazing. I absolutely loved playing the campaign. It was awesome, but like I said, I just couldn't get into the online. It was too inconsistent and messy and sloppy. However, this beta is just absolutely mind-blowing. I am completely shocked with how well this game plays online. It's one of the best played games online that I've experienced. It's super clean. I don't experience a lot of lag. It's consistent as hell, and I think it's because they bought a lot of dedicated servers and solid dedicated servers. It's not something that's going to have to continually be patched, I think, when the game first comes out, where the servers aren't going to be working too well, because in the beta, they're working fantastic. And this is like one of those games, game examples, I guess, for a beta, where other games like Crisis came out, and the beta gameplay that we're playing played absolutely horribly online, and guys were getting so ass hurt by me making comments about how it's pathetic that a beta comes out this day and age and plays so horribly online. They're like, well, it's the first time it's come out for the console and it's a beta, so you can't expect too much. This is a beta right here, Gears of War 3, and it plays cleaner than that game does currently online, and that game's already been launched. And so it says a lot about the time with strengths that they had before in Gears of War 1 and 2 compared to now. They say they have a lot more time to clean the game up, and they're hoping for a very clean and a very balanced online, and that's the biggest thing that they're pushing for. It's all about balance. It's got to be fair and extremely balanced, which is absolutely amazing. It's something I absolutely love to hear, and it's going to be a game that's going to be reintroduced to MLG quite quickly. I guarantee that, because I remember early on, like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago or something like that. Actually, it was probably longer than that. I lose track of time quite fast. Where MLG was driven by Gears of War and Halo. Those were the two forerunners for MLG. It was like the combination of these two were absolutely huge, but it seemed like Gears of War kind of died off. The lack of fans, maybe because of how poorly it played online, I don't know, but it died off. And I really think that this game, this Gears of War 3, is going to come back and very hard in MLG, just because of how well it plays, as far as the balance goes and all that kind of stuff. Something you have to, I guess, you know, they're going to jump into strategy in a little bit. Hopefully you guys know some about Gears of War at all, this series, and how it plays. I don't know too much about the game other than my experience playing it in the beta. I wasn't like a seasoned veteran of this game, and so I'm probably still in the noobish stage, understanding some tactics, and I don't know all the tricks and all that kind of stuff, but I understand where the power weapons are. I understand, you know, that they switch every round. I understand key tactics to the game, and so I'm going to kind of spit those out to you as much as I can. Number one is work with your team. You see more often than not that they just kind of fork off and go their own way in their own direction. In Gears of War, it's all about the pack. And so if you're working as a mob in a big group of guys, 4 Lancers shooting at one guy that's hiding behind a wall or poking his head up will down him almost instantly. It's all about teamwork, and that's kind of, you don't hear enough communication online. And when you're playing against a couple guys that are communicating on the mic and partying together, you'll get absolutely destroyed. It's happened to me so many times, as opposed to where I've got like a couple bots on my team and like one or two other players that don't follow with the rest of the team. They kind of go their own way. It gets kind of annoying, and so this is an extremely team-driven game, and you really got to stay with your team. Even if your teammate's going somewhere that you initially weren't planning or weren't hoping for him to go, it's better for you to follow him and stick with him, because you, as a group together, you're just vastly more successful. The next thing I want to talk about is the power weapons in the game. Power weapons are huge in this, just like they are in Halo. You remember there's not kill streaks in this? Just like there aren't kill streaks in Halo. People kind of don't like the games because of the fact that they don't have any kill streaks, like Call of Duty, or Bad Company doesn't even have kill streaks or power weapons. I guess it's a rarity, but that game's got destruction, and Battlefield 3 is going to absolutely tear up every other online game that's going to be coming out within the next year. It's going to be insane. But power weapons is massively important in this. You got to control the power weapons. The team that usually does not control the power weapons generally loses, just because of how powerful the power weapons are. That's why they're called power weapons. And so in this map, Stadium, you have a minigun. It might be called something else, but that's generally what it is. And then a mortar gun, which rains down a bunch of mortar shot. Those two weapons will easily get you 5-6 kills apiece, at lowest, if you use the weapons right. In the beginning of this game, I ran down for the power weapon, and I thought I was pretty much safe, and I was going to be able to pick up that weapon clean. But the enemy happened to be sprinting, I guess, and the moment I turned that corner to go down towards that power weapon, that player must have also turned the opposite corner, and I just missed him, because right when I picked up that power weapon, he sawed me in half, which is extremely unfortunate, because with that minigun, I could have easily gotten several kills, because they were just chilling out in the open. That minigun, within like 2 seconds, you'll down someone. And sometimes you just outright kill them. You won't even down them. You just blow them to pieces, which is really cool. So control the power weapons and work as a team. That's the biggest strategy for this video. Tell me, I'm very curious to what you guys feel about the Gears of War, how it plays, because it is a third-person shooter. And a lot of hardcore first-person shooter fans don't like that third-person shooter's play style. The reticles tend to be a little bit larger in a third person. It's not as tight as a first person, so you don't have to be as deadly accurate as you would be in a first person. But in this game, it's so well balanced. It's literally the best third-person game that I've played online. It's absolutely fantastic. There is a massive skill base to shooting. You do have the one shot and the normal sniper rifle that zoom in just like any other first person shooter, and there's a whole bunch of skill and just the movement, and the movement is something that I really need to get down. A lot of it kind of pisses me off at times, but maybe it's my own fault, where my character will slug against corners and walls that I don't want them to go against. I'll actually be pressing like an alternate direction when I press A, which is kind of annoying, but I don't know. I think it's just an experience thing. It's something I just need to get used to. That was pretty nice right there for the final. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm very curious to get your guys' opinions of third-person shooter games, and especially Gears of War. What you guys think about this, leave it in the comments. And as always, love you guys, and I'll see you in upcoming vids.